Hello everyone, welcome back to a brand new video. It's Viper26 or Brett here. Sorry if you're my PlayStation fan in the background, but Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach has been out around over a month now, and I feel like it's time to give my thoughts on the game. Now first, we're going to go over the things I like about the game, and basically the overall things I think are really great about the game. So first off, I want to say that this is all my opinion. If you agree or disagree with me on some things, that's fine. This is all just my opinion. Okay? Okay, so first I want to say how amazing this game looks. Now I know I'm playing it on PS4, and even through playing it on PS4, I can tell the game looks amazing, and I've seen videos of it on PS5 and PC. Holy crap, it looks amazing. It's no surprise, considering part of the Steelwool team used to work at Pixar Studios. Yeah. But first, I want to go on with the characters. Freddy, basically all of them. Their designs are amazing, all of them. I really, really like their personalities and how sentient they are. Like how with Freddy, he's like a really caring dad type like personality, especially with Gregory. Roxy, she's narcissistic, but you can tell later on that it's also like, she's doing it to boost her confidence in herself. Chica, you can't really tell much of it at first with Chica, like how Roxy, you can tell, get a lot of Roxy's personality when she's like looking for you and her voice lines and stuff, and when she's chasing you. Chica, you can tell she seems kind of like a really nice person, and likes to give gifts to children and everything. Monty, I really don't know what to say about Monty. I feel like he has the weakest personality out of the four of them. He has anger issues, and honestly, there isn't much I can think to say about Monty, and that kind of sucks. I really wish we got to see more of him there. I mean, we do hear him trying to lure us in, like, hey kid, come on out. We're only trying to help. Similar to what Roxy and Chica say, and saying stuff like, you can hide, but you can't hide, which I don't know how that makes sense, but okay. But yeah, I really wish we got to see more of Monty's personality in this game. Next thing we're going to talk about is the gameplay, and I feel like this is a step in the right direction for Five Nights at Freddy's. For how the past 7 games, except half of Help Wanted, was a sit and survive point and click resource management horror game. And I know people say, or some people say, that, oh, Five Nights at Freddy's is a jump scare simulator. It's not really scary. And they're really wrong. It's not a jump scare simulator. The jump scares are your punishment for losing and failing. What's really scary is the audio, the visuals, the atmosphere. And this is what was so unique about the old Five Nights at Freddy's games, is that you cannot move. You have to sit there and wait, fearing the animatronics as they come closer to you and closer to you, knowing that you can't do a thing but wait until they get to you. And that was terrifying. And that's really great, but some people, like me, if the series kept going on that way, I would have been fine with it. But there are some people that, like around FNAF 3, FNAF 4, just got really tired of that type of gameplay and wanted something else. Wanted something more, like free movement and everything. We kind of got a tiny bit of that in this location, but overall it was still pretty similar. Help Wanted, especially with the corn maze from Curse of Dreadbear, had that free movement section. um, just a little bit of it. And Security Breach is the first official free movement Five Nights at Freddy's game that we got. And I love how in some points in the office sections, like Monty and Roxy, for example, it was a good blend of the new free movement gameplay of Five Nights at Freddy's mixed with the old sit and survive resource management gameplay of Five Nights at Freddy's, even though it really wasn't difficult resource management wise, because just don't have the doors closed for too long, or don't keep them closed the entire time, and then boom, you're fine. But that part with Monty and Roxy took me a couple tries to do, and it was kind of difficult, but after I figured it out, it was I got through it. Just had to figure out where the which doors the cameras were on. And the thing is, unlike how in FNAF 1, for example, you had to wait for them to come to you and press the button to see the light, and if they're there, you gotta close it. No, you have to close it as they're walking towards you. And that's not in really every section. There are only 2 sections that are like the OG FNAF. There was the one with Chica where we had to make pizza for her to get her away from the door. There was the GJ Music Man West Arcade area part where we had to flip all the switches and everything. And those moments were really fun. The free movement gameplay, now on to that, besides the security office parts, I really enjoyed. I see YouTube videos of, like, people have their game, like, really bright, and there's really no need for them to use their flashlight most of the time. I didn't mess with the brightness on my game. I kept it the same way it was, and it made me, it required me to use my flashlight more, and I really like that. The problem is that the flashlight battery power lasts too long, in my opinion. And when you get upgrades for it, you really don't have to worry about your battery power, especially when there's so many flashlight battery recharges, like, everywhere. I never ran out of flashlight battery ever in my playthrough of the game. The only part of the game where I almost ran out was the daycare part, but it's because that part is really required for you to use a flashlight because of how dark it is. So yeah, I wish there were more darker sections of the game and that you had to worry about your flashlight battery more and it didn't last as long. I really would have liked that. The fast cam, I really like it. You only have one shot in it, and it takes a bit for it to recharge. The Phaser Blaster, I'm kind of mixed on this one. It takes around the same amount of time as the Phaz Cam for it to recharge, but it has too many shots. And you can just, use it. You can just spam it. It's fun to troll the animatronics with, but yeah, too much shots in it. You can just continuously use it on, okay, you can't use it on Monty because of his sunglasses. You can't use it on Withered Roxy because, well, she has no eyes. And you can use it on Withered Monty because his glasses are gone. You can use it on Unwithered Roxy because, well, she has her eyes. And you can use it on both Withered and non-Withered Chica because she still has her eyes. It was said in a PlayStation blog a while before the game came out that the Phaser Blaster would have required headshots for you to stun the animatronics, but as you can tell, you can just shoot them anywhere, and they'll automatically be stunned. I don't know if that's a bug or if that's something that they didn't finish, but yeah, I feel like they should lower the shots down to like 5 or 3, and make it headshots only. I feel like that would be fair. Although it is really hard because you have to quickly turn around and shoot them, but they're like, especially Roxy and Monty, they're like right up behind you while they're chasing you. So maybe if you have a lot of shots, you can make it headshots only, but if you have like a small amount of shots, you can just shoot them anywhere. But yeah. Anyways, on to the next thing. I love the freaking soundtrack in this game. It is amazing. And I also really enjoy the mini games that you can play, from golfing to the Princess Quest minigame, to the Balloon Boy minigame. I like the Princess Quest minigame and how it leads on to the Princess Quest ending, and it's really fun. The Balloon Boy World minigame is really creepy and mysterious. And the Monty minigame, I really don't like golf that much, but I enjoyed playing Monty Golf, and especially seeing all the old FNAF locations and the old FNAF characters, and some new Security Breach locations with the new Security Breach characters. I really enjoyed the minigames, and I wish there were more in it, and I hope we get more in it when there's DLC for the game. I think the voice acting is amazing, and I also really, really like the design of the entire Pizzaplex. It's really, really bright, and just a really cool place, and I wish this place was real with the animatronics and everything, because holy freaking, even like the sentient animatronics, it is so freaking cool. And I really like the story, I like all the endings, and I really like the relationship between Freddy and Gregory, and seeing how Gregory is a homeless child, and my theory is that he was living, like, he snuck in the Pizzaplex and lived in there, and one time, he goes out to see one of the show times, that's when everything goes wrong, and he's really just trying to get out of this place, and Freddy takes care of him, and there's like that kind of like Gregory, or Freddy's like kind of like he's kind of like a dad to Gregory, and that's really nice. And we have no idea why Gregory's homeless, what happened to him, what happened to his parents. Well, we don't know if he is an orphan who left an orphanage, or if like I said, we don't know if something has happened to his parents or not. But I really, really like Gregory. He is the coolest FNAF protagonist we have had so far in the series. Now, I'm gonna get on the stuff I don't like about the game, or I kind of have problems with the game. Starting with a big one right here, Vanny. How like unused she is in the game. And for me, the parts where she was in the game, it was intense and scary and just creepy. How like she joyfully skips towards you, trying to kill you, and how that ringing audio in your ears, and just and I don't know how I could explain it, but basically the audio that plays and the visual distortion that happens when she comes near you and as she gets closer to you, it is creepy. But we only see her like a couple times. We only see her once when we're in Freddy in the recharge station after we leave the daycare. We encounter and have to counter her and have to get away from her when we enter the not entered, put in the Lost and Found by Vanessa, and we'll get on with her later. And after we put the Showtime disc in, and at the end of the sewers, and at one point in Phaser Blaster, I don't know if she starts chasing you in Phaser Blaster, like right after you get done with it, or if that's only in the Vanny ending. I'm not sure, but she is very, very underused. And she was built up for the past 2 years to be the main antagonist of this game, and I'm kind of disappointed at that part with Vanny. Another thing, Burn Trap, or Afton, or Springtrap. I really feel like a lot more could have been done with him. I really enjoyed his boss fight. It was a really cool mixture, like I said before, a cool mixture of the free movement FNAF with the sit and survive resource management of FNAF. We had the Withered come in, and we have to burn trap every time he's trying to hack into Freddy, and then we have to avoid the tentacles of Blob Freddy. And speaking of Blob Freddy, there are so many questions I have with him, like all the different animatronic parts that are on him. Why are all the eyes lit up red like his, except for Baby's masks and the puppet's masks? Makes no sense. But hey, it's FNAF. Since when does really anything make sense? Until we piece it together. But yeah, I really like their designs, both Blob Freddy's and Burn Trap's. I do feel like the boss fight could have been much better, and there was so much more that could have been done with both of them. Because just boom, pops up, you just see Blob Freddy heading your way to the boss fight. Oh, you see Burn Trap show up, boom, boss fight ends. We get a little cutscene of Blob Freddy, killing, or not killing, because he's probably not even dead, grabbing Burn Trap as he's about to walk out, and, well, yeah, boom, that's it. And another thing, and I think Markiplier said this in one of his videos, the story of Security Breach feels painted over, especially with some of the parts in the game and some of the dialogue. Like, at the end, when you get to the exit doors at 6 a.m., you have a choice to leave, stay, or do the Vanny ending. And Gregory says, if I leave, nothing will change, will it? There will be more disappearances. And we don't even find out throughout the entire game. We only find that out if we do the leave ending, and we see Gregory using a newspaper as a blanket, and we see a newspaper article about 9 missing children. And Freddy says, you can leave, or you can stay and discover any more secrets of the Pizzaplex. I feel like there is something else going on here than Vanny. And no, you only get the option to go after Vanny and do the Vanny ending if you find her hideout after Phaser Blast. And if you don't, Freddy still says it, and it makes absolutely 0 sense. Another thing, Vanessa is just very unused as well, just like Vanny. She only appears a couple times throughout the game, and once she chases us, she does have a jump scare, which has been memed. But if she sees you, she'll just run up to you and then stop at a certain point and won't even finish chasing you. Like, what? Is that a bug, or is that something in there that, like, it's not finished, and it's just to guess that, like, players won't be caught by her? Well, I mean, wouldn't they think it would be, since, like, people are gonna go and get all the jump scares and everything for every video, or for videos? But, like I said, it could just be a bug. Who knows? And it's weird. I am annoyed on how much content there is of this game, but I love it, and it's one of my favorite FNAF games. It's in my top 3. I know, it's weird, but there is cut dialogue. And I will leave a link in the description to Tetrabit Gaming's channel, because he has made videos and cut content on Security Breach, and he's making another one soon, from the time I'm recording this. And there's also, there's cut dialogue of Vanessa, and also cut dialogue from the trailers. Because we can tell in Security Breach, well, she's kind of mean, in it, but in Security, and she's like, oh god, where's this kid? It's not the night to be wasting my time. But in the trailers, she seems actually worried about Gregory, and in one of the cut dialogues, she says, or she sounds like she's about to cry. Like, no, this isn't going. I can't let this be like last time, or something like that. And there is a model, because you know how we only see Gregory's hand. There is a model for a female hand, implying that we were going to be playing as Vanessa in this game. And there's dialogue of her, like, checking in, or like saying something to Roxy, Chica, and Monty, implying that we wouldn't have to worry about them coming after us while we're playing as Vanessa. And she's like trying to be nice and find Gregory. And some dialogue she sounds like she's like mad and a bit aggressive. But most of the dialogue, she's trying to try to find Gregory, and she seems actually worried about him, unlike she actually does in the main game. There's also cut dialogue with Gregory and Freddy, and how originally there was going to be a boiler room section of the game, and you can find it somewhere. I don't remember where exactly, but you can find parts of a broken down frozen endoskeleton in the game that was going to be used for that boiler section, to where we would have to turn up the heat because of how cold it is in there. And Gregory points out that it's holding some kind of camera, and that's originally where we were going to get the fast cam. And seeing from the cut dialogue, it was we were going to be in there by ourselves. Freddy could not go in there with us, or Freddy was not with us for some whatever reason. There's also an unused model for a magician bot, which looks like it would have been in the Fazbear Theater. There's an unused model for the comedy bot, other than just a regular, regular staff bot. And there's a cut model of a staff bot that kind of has the alien, the long black alien eyes with it being fully green. There's unused HUD, and even a go-kart thing that would have been used for Roxy Raceway. And I'm just like, what the heck? What happened? I honestly feel like this game should have been delayed. Yes, I feel like it should have been delayed. Because there is so much cut stuff from this game that is honestly insane. There's a cut screen of an extras menu where we could have gone in and went straight into the office minigames, a survival mode that we could have randomized or custom to where, do we want to have it easy, hard, or nightmare? Do we want to survive for 15 minutes? Do we want to survive for 30 minutes? Or do we actually want to survive for 60 minutes? Now, I think this is referring not to in-game time, but to real time, to where if you wanted to survive for 60 minutes, you would have to survive 60 minutes, 1 hour, in real time. But that's just my guess. And there's also a cut animation for Burn Trap, where it looks like he's falling and, looks like he's dying, although he probably wouldn't die. But they change it to the pre-rendered cutscene, which I like his death being in a pre-rendered cutscene better, though. But there is a cut chase sequence with him in the files. Yeah, what? Also, Vanny's knife is gone, and there's some dialogue that was changed, like Gregory saying, I don't know who she is, but I think she's going to kill me. They changed that to get me. But she's trying to get me, I mean. Freddy saying, I'm detecting blood, or you are bleeding. But they changed it to, I'm sorry for the amount of times I say in this video. I am sorry. But they changed it to, I feel you are broken. And if they're doing this to make it more kid-friendly, Steelwolf, please don't you have to change it to bleeding or kill. One, it's a T for teen rated game, and Final Fantasy has a lot more things than Security Breach. A lot more things that are more, I'd say, leaning towards more M-rated than teen-rated. And Five Nights at Freddy's is not a game for kids, really. I mean, the gameplay you could say is for kids, but the lore and story for the game, definitely not for kids. And I really hope they don't start making it more kid-friendly. Please, don't. But, yeah. But I'm not going to go over everything, all the cut stuff from the game. There was a gallery that is cut, but like I said, go to Tetrabit Gaming's channel in the description and check those videos out. I recommend checking his channel out overall. He makes really good content, especially on cut stuff from games. I recommend go checking him out. Also, another cut thing, oh wait, no, I said I was about to mention the gallery. I already mentioned that. I hope they add all this cut stuff into the game. Some of it is paid, some of it is free, and I have an idea for Steelwool to make a Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach director's cut, extending the game, adding all the stuff that was cut from the game back in, because I really feel like this game was originally going to be a lot longer than it already is. Of course, there's the parts of the game where you get lost. I feel like there should be, like, on the map, on the maps, it says it shows different things. Like, half the things that it says it shows aren't even there, and I feel like they should display a waypoint system, or add an option for, like, waypoints or assisting people on where to go. Because there are multiple times where I got lost, and yes, I do see why people have problems with it, but I could have really gone with, I went through the game, and I liked, not getting, waypoints and where to go, because I enjoy the older Resident Evil games, and basically the survival horror Resident Evil games, where you have to figure out where to go and what to do, and I really enjoyed that in Security Breach, although, like I said, I did get lost. I think I got lost at this one point for like half an hour. And that was the prize corner part with Roxy and Monty and how I had to get to the fire escape, exit, and then head to the elevator. And, yeah. But I really feel like, back to Vanessa, I feel like there was more, like she was going to be helping Gregory and everything. And, yeah. One thing, people bring up cut things from the trailers, like a cut version of Monty breaking through the gate, cut jump scares, and all that. There are some... Okay, the parts where Chica knocks over those boxes and starts charging at you, Monty breaking through the gate, Roxy pressing up against the gate, that is an older version of the chase sequence from the beginning of the game. And the Vanny jump scare, that was an old placeholder jump scare for the game. And there are just some things in trailers that are only made specifically for the trailers. Now, I'm not saying everything that is in the trailers and is not in the game were trailer only. Definitely not. Especially those voice lines where you will do as I say and all that, or when I first found you and everything there. Those are definitely cut from the game. Hey guys, quick little edit in here. I forgot to mention that another thing I don't like about the game is how the animatronics have a set pathing when they're searching for you, and there's just staff bots everywhere. And when one sees you and alerts one of the animatronics, they immediately just teleport towards you, and sometimes they just teleport around everywhere, and I really think that's annoying. I hope they make it to where they, not fully remove them as a whole, but, remove some of the, the staff bots. Like, instead of 4 of them, there can just be 2 of them. Or, in that one room in the Roxy Raceway, in the optional area, where there's, 10 of them, and Roxy roaming around if she is there, they could just have it to where like there's only like a couple of them in one area, like 2, like I said, and have the animatronics fully roaming around and searching for you. Also, another thing is that, like, okay, Chica, she's harder to get away. Okay, for me, she's really harder to like lose and get away from. But like, she's easy to run from as long as she's not running. Roxy, she's easy to hide from. You can just, once she sees you, you can just hide in somewhere and then boom, you lost her. But if you run out of stamina, you're dead. Monty, it's the same thing as Roxy. I hope they, a way to make him more unique is to have him, like, jump in front of you while he's chasing you to try and cut you off. And I feel like that could be really good. There's also a cut Vanny meter to where if you were to stay in one area for too long, she would end up coming after you. Now, I don't know if this was cut because they feel like, you know, it would have been a little annoying because, oh, you're in this area, you're trying to figure something out, or like you're just roaming around and then boom, Vanny comes in, or it was just like, you know, unfinished. I feel like a way to fix that is to, if you're hiding somewhere for too long, then she'll start coming after you. But yeah. Anyways, back to the video. Hey guys, jumping in again. I forgot to mention the boss fights. I really like the boss fights, although Monty's the only one who has an actual boss fight. I wish the others had more boss fights, like Roxy's, like maybe we could race her on the racetrack and knock her go-kart. Chica, maybe we lure her in and try to crush her with some more things before finally crushing her in that huge garbage smasher thing. But I like how, okay, Roxy's is really creepy and intense, same with Chica's, and not Roxy's, Monty's is intense but a lot of fun. The others are fun as well, but I think overall Monty has the best boss fight in the game, and hopefully later on, as like DLC, or if they make a director's cut or something, we'll have full-on boss fights for all the characters. So yeah, anyways, back to the video. But yeah, overall, am I pretty annoyed and upset in everything that was cut from the game? Yes, I am. Do I hope they add everything back? Yeah, I do. And, oh, and also there was cut stuff with, a Vanny battle. Like, what? Seriously, what? Okay, but anyways, like I said, I'm annoyed. Yes, I hope they add this stuff in DLC, free and paid, and I hope overall they make a Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach director's cut, extending the game and adding all the cut content in this game back into it. Please, Steel Wool. Please. Also, check out my video about my arcade / museum DLC idea. And please share that with Steel Wool and others, like Daco and everything. Please. But yeah, overall, besides all that stuff I said about the game, besides all the negatives I have about it, I think the game is amazing. Of course, there are the bugs and glitches, but those can be fixed later on, although that doesn't excuse a way a game is released at launch. A game shouldn't be very broken at launch. Another thing I want to say is I feel like it's unfair when people compare it to Cyberpunk. And the reason why I say that is that CD Projekt Red is a whole entire dev team, a huge one, while Steel Wool Studios is a small dev team. A small indie dev team. And Cyberpunk 2077, literally console-breaking bugs. Yes, by the time I got it, before I started playing Cyberpunk, I checked, hey, can it break your PS4? Because I heard one of my friends told me about it. And thankfully, by the time I got it, they fixed it. But This game literally could have broken your system at release. Cyberpunk could have broken your system. Security Breach, yeah, it has a lot of bugs. Game-breaking bugs to where you have to reset the game, or just bugs that, like, just random funny bugs, or just ones that are just straight up annoying. But it's nowhere near as how terrible Cyberpunk's release was. So yeah, I really don't like how people compare it to Cyberpunk. A thing I do like, though, is that similar to CD Projekt Red, they're not focusing on DLC first. They are focusing on fixing the game first and everything, unlike other developers, to where, oh, hey, there's bugs in our game? Oh, well, we'll just prioritize making DLC and additional content for the game first, other than actually fixing it. I like that CD Projekt Red and Steelwool Studios are prioritizing on fixing their game first, DLC later. And I like that. And I really like how open Steelwool is with the community. But yeah, guys, overall, besides all the bugs and negatives about the game, I think the game is amazing. It's one of the best FNAF games, in my opinion. Like I said, it's in my top 3. And I want the series to continue going this way. Of course, if they're trying to make it more kid-friendly, Steelwool, please don't. It doesn't have to be super blood, gory, and everything. Just keep that dark story in, and you don't have to censor out things like killing or bleeding. Please don't. But yeah, I hope the series continues to go like this. Free movement with a mixture, with some parts of the game being a mixture of old FNAF style and all that. So, like I said, it is really a really amazing game, and it's one of the best FNAF games, and one of my favorite FNAF games. So yeah, anyways guys, those were my thoughts overall. Please let me know what you thought about in the comments below, and let me know what you think about this game down below, and what you would like to see in the future of Security Breach, and the future of FNAF as a whole. But anyways guys, hopefully you all enjoyed. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, share, subscribe. Don't forget to turn on those notifications, join Notification Squad. Join Notification Squad and Viper Squad. God, I cannot talk right now. And don't forget to check everything down below in the description. Discord, Twitter, and all that. Don't forget to check out Tetrabit Gaming's video or channel. And I will see you all in the next one. Peace